or standard any tone code plug, what do you have to do when you write a channel? What is the components? And I'm going to go through each of these quickly. So first you want to name your channel. And so here, this is the, I call it the W1EEE Connecticut statewide. I put the receive frequency in, the transmit frequency. I set it for digital because in the any tone you could either have analog or digital. Then turbo is the power, that's like the high power, 5 watts, and low power is like 1 watt. And then the transmit permit, and I'm going to come back to what that is, but this is basically how polite you want to be. Because in DMR, you can set up your radio that if somebody else is talking on the repeater and you key up, you're not going to double with them. It's just not going to let you transmit. Then you have to put in the talk group number, which Connecticut State is 8901. Your color code, which is basically a PL, another way of saying PL tone. And that's it. And then you're on the air. Let's go through these each of it. So you hear all this terminology. CPS, code plug software. That's the software you have on your computer. And that's what you're going to use to program your radio. It is difficult to program in a talk group into your radio by hand, but there are ways to do it. But it is easier to do it through the CPS. The software, the little file that you're uploading from your computer to your radio is called a code plug. And so once you have organized everything, you upload it. Talk groups. These are virtual channels. This is set by the repeater owner. As I said on the CT Aries, there's 28 different talk groups, and we're going to come back to that in a second. And they're usually escalating. So how do you, say you would just want to talk to somebody in the world. You go on Worldwide One, key up, call your call sign, someone answers. Now, you don't want to have a long conversation keying up 10,000 repeaters around the world because other people want to do it. So there are something called TAC channels. And a common one is called TAC 310. It's on a repeater. You say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you, not just a little, short thing. Let's move to TAC 310. And so now you go to TAC 310 and you're kind of off to the side, leaving the main channel open. It's the same thing here in Connecticut. We have Connecticut statewide, and don't feel bad about talking on Connecticut statewide because there's not a lot of activity anywhere. But if you wanted to have a longer QSO, you call out in Connecticut statewide, and then you say, hey, I'm in Region 1, let's go to TAC 1, which is the Region 1 TAC channel. And so when you're having a conversation on TAC 1, only Stamford, Wilton, and Bridgeport repeaters are transmitting. But if you're up in Hamden or Colchester, if you key up that repeater to TAC 1, that will also be transmitting too. So it gives you that flexibility. But if you go on CT TAC 1 and you're talking, those 3 repeaters are going to be transmitting, but you can make, if you're outside of Region 1, you can make that repeater talk also. And this is the one thing. Okay. All right. And I said talk groups, there are all sorts of talk groups. The ones we have here in Connecticut are mainly for communication, but on Brandmeister, there are specialty talk groups for, you can have your own talk group. You could just submit to Brandmeister, he'll give you your own number, and you can have a talk group just for the Stanford Amateur Radio Club, which can be used if you have a hotspot and your friend has a hotspot. You could be anywhere in the world having a conversation through your radio that way. Okay, so this is how the Connecticut Aries talk groups are set up. As you said, we have, I'm going to come back to this, I should have this later, but we have first talk groups, Connecticut statewide, then there's TAC 1 to TAC 5, which is for region 1 through 5, And then we have some alternatives, which we have another statewide if we needed to have two statewide conversations at the same time. And there's other TAC groups that if we can use if we need multi-stream. You can do, there's local ones if you just want to have a conversation on the Stanford repeater. I'm on it, you're on it. We go to local 9 and it'll just fire up that one repeater, nothing else. But what's so cool with DMR, this is kind of the Connecticut ones, but all these Aries repeaters also have outside of Connecticut too. So they have worldwide. If you key up worldwide. North America, when you key up talk group 3, all the repeaters in North America light up. If you just want to talk people worldwide who know English, worldwide English. And then we have these TAC channels, which you can go to the side that there is a TAC 310 on every DMR repeater in America. So if you're in California and you have a local repeater there, DMR repeater, and if someone else is here in Connecticut, you can have a conversation on TAC 310 very easily. So great. And then there is one specialty, which is the New Jersey TRBO. This is another large DMR network that is New York, New Jersey, a little bit down into Delaware. If you're in that area, you can talk to, and you have someone if you're up in Hartford, or if you're up in Vermont, and you have a local DMR, you can go to New Jersey TRBO, and you can make a contact. So, which is great. So very, very extensive. The NEDECN network. Go ahead.
How do I get this thing to show me all these talk groups?
Yes. So basically, here, when you turn this, you go the different repeaters.
Right.
But if you click here and you see, wait a minute, let me just go back here.